everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, well, it is almost the end of November now. Today is November the 29th. I should have done this before, but I'm at this moment realizing like, okay, I really have to do this because otherwise it's not gonna happen anymore. I'm in the small greenhouse at the moment, and today I'm gonna put up some snowdrops. As you can see, I already did one of them in this little terracotta pot. I'll show you what is happening to these. I have three specific types: Galanthus flora plena. This is Galanthus voronovii. Interesting name. And then Galanthus elvesii. This is the one that I already potted up, and I still actually have some bulbs left, which I will just put in the garden maybe today still, or otherwise this coming days, because these should have been planted already in September. That would have been the best, September till October. But I was just waiting and waiting because I wanted to do some other things before, but that didn't work out. So I'm gonna already do it right now, just to be sure that they actually don't dry up. As you can see, there are three different types. Like, they all have different type of flowers. These are a double one. They have like extra green and some beautiful like little yellow what do you call it, like parts of the middle flower. And then this one is a bigger flower. It's like much bigger than the normal type. And also this think will have thicker leaves and a little bit taller it will be. And then this is basically the normal snowdrop that you see in parks everywhere. And this one, as you can see, it like has a little bit of a green, little pretty, yeah, accent as well. Looks like a little heart actually, if you look at it. So these I already have planted. Now I'm gonna do the other two. As you can see, they are starting to sprout slowly. Some of them are already ready to actually almost flower. So they really have to go into the soil. And for this, I will use today some terracotta. These are not vintage, these are new ones. But yeah, they're more as a decorative piece that's gonna stand in the greenhouse to say like, hey, it's spring. Which will, I think if they stay in here, maybe they'll be flowering maybe end of December, I think already, because yeah, they might be like, oh, it's warm, so let's just flower as soon as we can. So what I'm going to use today, this is just an all-purpose potting soil. This is a type without any peat in it. It has some cocos core, you can see, and some pieces of wood. My experience with this soil is that actually, to be honest, I wasn't really impressed by it, because all of the pieces of wood and straw and other things that are in here, as you can have a look here, this actually was full of, I think, gnat larvae, like the gnats, the little annoying mosquitoes that fly around. So I introduced that into this little greenhouse, and for now it seems like it's less than it used to be, but I was not really happy, as you can understand. So I will just now finish what I have left of it, and then I don't think I will purchase this ever again. I could also just now actually put this in the garden somewhere, but I think, yeah, let me just use it, because these snowdrops, they will be in here, and then after that after flowering, I'll plant them in the garden somewhere. So for me, it will be okay for now. And also it's cold, which the gnats, the annoying little flies, don't really love, so that's okay. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna put a little terracotta crock. If you ever break a terracotta pot, it's great to keep these and cover the little holes of your terracotta like that, so you don't have soil coming out from the other side because it has a little hole. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna fill it with some soil like this. Not completely up till the top because we need some space to cover the bulbs. And then I'm gonna do the beautiful double Galanthus Flora Plano in this pot. There is, I think, 15 bulbs in here. So I might plant all of them, or like keep some of them for in the garden already. They look very cute, and as you can see here that they are starting to sprout. They even have little roots already, so it's really time to put them up. I'm gonna start here. Maybe I'll make 2 pots of this. If I sound a bit congested, that's because I just had a horrible cold. I'm still recovering, so if you hear some snotty noises, you know why. And then I'm gonna check this one. Still quite firm, so it should also sprout still. And I'm gonna really like put them all as close as I can in here so that the effect will be very pretty. And normally you should plant bulbs. Actually, I'm just gonna put all of them in here. That's gonna be a giant pot full of flowers if they all flower at once. Normally you should plant them a little bit deeper, but I think because they're in the pot it's okay. Now I'm covering them with some extra soil. Let's take off the lumps. Let's make them smaller. Cover it up. Squeeze it in a little bit, the soil, so it's all in there. And like the bulbs are covered and surrounded by the soil properly. Some extra little bit just to cover it. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to label this as well so that I know which type I exactly planted where. So that was Galanthus Flora Plano. And for the Italian people, I'm pretty sure that you know what this means, but I'll have to Google it. I would imagine that flora means flower and pleno. I'll have to find out what that means in a bit. So now I'm going to put the label in here. So it's there. And then I know exactly what type it will be when it flowers. And then if next year I want some more, I can always look for the specific type. I'll do the last one as well now. And meanwhile, I will tell you what I'll do with them when they're finished flowering. Because now it's the end of November, as I said before. And I think they'll flower maybe around even Christmas already, because it depends how cold it's going to be the next coming weeks. Because this greenhouse stays around maybe like 5 degrees in winter. It really depends how cold it is outside, but it is surrounded by some walls and it's not in a space where it gets too much wind. So now I'm going to the next one. After they have flowered, I will take them out of the pots, of course. Make sure that I keep watering them properly, constantly. Then I'll take them out. I'll separate them, I split them maybe into like groups of 4, and then I'll plant them somewhere in the garden. Maybe under our apple tree, or a space where I know that I won't be touching for like quite some years. Because snowdrops will every year get bigger and bigger clumps, and these are very good for naturalizing, so that's why it's better if you plant them somewhere where they can just actually stay forever. That would be ideal. And if you, after some years, as this picture here, you can see that it's a lot of snowdrops all together. That is because they planted it like that as an effect, I think, for the picture. But if it becomes like this in your garden, it's best to dig them up after flowering, that is, and then split up the bulbs like into groups of like 6 bulbs or maybe like 5, replant them somewhere else in your garden, and that will of course add more snowdrops to your garden, but also it will give them more space to actually be healthier and make whatever they want out of their growing habit, which is beautiful, I think. So definitely something to invest in as a bulb. They're great at coming back, so that's why I was like, I need to get some of these. And actually I bought these bulbs, I think it was already in September, maybe even August, because normally these will sell out very quickly. So I made sure that I had some before they would sell out. So I'll just bring this up. These bulbs are slowly starting to also produce some roots, but they're not as far as the ones that I planted first. So let's now check and plant these. And I'm just looking at what it actually says on the packaging. It says, oh, I dropped one. It says that they will flower February till March, and I wonder if that's the same with this one. January till March. So this one will flower a bit earlier even, and that is the bigger one, this type. So these will also all be squished in here like this. And I'm very looking forward to seeing these all flower, especially if they flower after Christmas, which I hope they will do, like in January. This one seems like it dried up. Still going to plant it because it still has a little bit of white there, so maybe it will still do something. I really hope that these flower in January, because that's of course the most depressing month to me, because it's like cold. You're already like, okay, is it going to be spring soon? I'm tired of the winter, even though it actually just has started. So that would be a fun addition to this greenhouse, and like it would make me feel like, oh, spring is on its way. So that's cute. These are very close together, but I think they'll be fine. Just make sure that they don't get overwatered. And then I'm going to cover them with some soil again. There's one of them that is lying down a bit, like this. Squish it in a bit. Beautiful. You might see my breath, like the smoke of my breath once in a while. That's because it's, let's check, 7 degrees in here. Okay, then also let's label these. Galanthus. And this is one. Okay. So there we have them. 3 different types. This is that one. This is this one. And this is that one. So I'm excited for these to flower. And now I will water them. I will do that off camera. But I will show you where I will place them. I will put them up here because that is where it gets the coldest, and of course I don't want these to flower already. And we're gonna have temperatures that are minus this week, so that would actually be good. They will be like, okay, we can start creating roots, but let's not flower yet. So I will move some of these plants down here so that they are a bit more protected against the frost that's coming. Also, I'll do that with some of the plants that are right here. I will actually put these, I think, just on the ground with the other ones that are here already. And that is to make sure that they don't get frosted, because that's not good. There are some plants like this pelargonium, Pelargonium citriodorum orange fizz, which I bought in summer at Hortus Leiden at the plant market there. As you can see here, it got damaged there. I think by moving it actually broke off this piece, which I will take off the lower leaves off and then just stick it in the ground with it to see if it might create a new plant. The leaves are a bit curly. I think it needs some water because it feels very light if I lift it. I'll give it a little bit of water, but I really don't want to overwater anything that's in here, like this tibushina as well, which still had some buds, but it's of course now going to stop flowering and will be like, oh, it's really cold in here. What's very important if you want to overwinter your plants in a greenhouse specifically, which stays around like 5 degrees in winter, is that you make sure that plants have some space around them so that there's like airflow, because otherwise they might start to rot. Also important is to, let's see if I can get in here, take out all of these leaves that are dead and like little pieces that might start to rot on your plant. Take all of those off. I'll do that later as well here, as you can see with this French pelargonium. And definitely do not overwater your plants, because they might, yeah, just freeze if it gets too cold. Especially because this week there's going to be freezing temperatures, and it's very important that these plants don't die, because these were all an investment and I really want them to stay for the next coming years. Like this beautiful geranium, Madeirensis. Yeah, so this could flower. That will be in quite some years. It first has to create this very big shrub-like appearance, and then it might flower, and then it actually dies, unfortunately. But that's not what I wanted to tell you. So yeah, I will show you where I will place, don't mind the garbage back there, where I will place the snowdrops. I already created some space here. They're going to live right there. Let's put all of them here. I will also water them in now a little bit, not too much. These can actually, yeah, have quite some water, because of course outside it will also rain and they'll get wet, and the bulbs will still survive that. Let's get a little watering can, show you how to water them in. So a little bit, not too much, just to make sure that the bulbs are completely surrounded by the soil, and also have some water to start creating more roots around them. So they will live there. I'll put the watering can for here for now. They will live here. The banana outside is still alive. It has not frozen yet, which will, I think, happen tomorrow morning, tomorrow night. And I will move more of the plants that are up here like the little cacti, and the aloe that's right there. I will move those down here so that they have some more protection. So that's it for this video. I want to thank you for watching it. I hope you learned something and also that you enjoyed what you were looking at. I really enjoy creating these videos actually. It's really fun. And yes, please subscribe if you liked it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're actually also growing any snowdrops this year, if you have planted them already. And I will do an update in some weeks when these start to flower, which I hope will be in January, February. So thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day and bye.